about St. Patrick's Day as the food, of course, corned beef and cabbage, followed thereby closely afterwards with the Reuben sandwich. So today I thought we'd get a head start on that, and I'm going to show you guys how I make my corned beef and cabbage.
You could be larger than life, bigger than the world, living out the hopes and dreams of every boy and every girl. You could fly higher than the sky, shine brighter than the stars.
So today I thought we'd get a head start on things, and I give you guys my recipe for corned beef and cabbage. And today I'm going to put it in the Ninja Foodie. If you guys don't have a Ninja Foodie, I'm pretty much going to be using the pressure cooker feature on this. So you're welcome to use your Instapot. You can also do it in a slow cooker or in your Dutch oven. The main thing that I want you to know about this is everything I'm doing here, you can take to the camper. I'm literally doing this in the dining room today because I don't have so much room in the kitchen, and I wanted you guys to be able to see everything really clearly. So just trust me. Do it in your camper, take the Ninja Foodie with you. You guys can create any of these recipes in your RV, I promise. So today we've got about a 3.5 pound flat cut corned beef brisket. You can use the point cut ones as well. They're just pretty much the same. I think that the point cut ones are a little fattier and a little tougher, so I prefer the flat cut ones. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get this started, and I'm going to put this corned beef in the slow cooker in the Ninja Foodie with the fat side down. Okay, so it's a little bigger than my pot, but we're just going to stick it in there like that. Okay, our corned beef is in there, and now to that we're going to add the little spice packet that comes with your corned beef. These are mustard seeds, fennel, peppercorns. You're certainly welcome to make your own. I've always used this. It's always gotten me by, and so that's what we're gonna do. So I'm just sprinkling that over the top of the corned beef. All right, and then I've got half of an onion that I've just quartered. We're just gonna throw that in there. And then I've got 7 cloves of garlic, and we're just gonna dump all that in. Okay, and then for our broth, because you need some liquid in here, I'm just going to use a beer. Use any kind of beer you like. And if you don't like beer, you're welcome to use broth or water if you need to. Apple juice I've used sometimes. That's good too. But today, this is what I have. So we're using beer. And like I said, we don't really drink beer. We're not big beer drinkers. But I really like the flavor that it adds in here. So I'm going to add this whole beer. Now, we're going to turn the Foodie on, and the Foodie comes with a separate lid for pressure cooking. So we just want to make sure that we've got the lid on the seal, and I'm going to put that on. Make sure it's sealed. Turn on the power. We're going to put it on pressure. We're going to leave it on high, and we're going to set this for 1 hour and 15 minutes. And then after it's done for 1 hour and 15 minutes, then we're going to let it release for 15 minutes naturally, and that's going to help the cooking process and tenderize the meat, and then we'll do a quick release. Okay, you guys, we're back, and everything looks beautiful, and I've released the pressure and taken the lid off, and our corned beef looks just beautiful, and it smells amazing in here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get our corned beef out, and we're going to let it rest. Ooh, look at that. Yay. Okay, and I'm going to scoop the garlic cloves out. And I'm just going to put those here because we don't need those in there anymore. Okay, so I'm going to cover our corned beef with a piece of aluminum foil. Just going to tent it. We're going to let it sit here and rest for a few minutes, and we're going to get our veggies in. So I've got carrots, cabbage, and potatoes, and I'm using yellow Idaho potatoes, and I peeled them. You don't have to peel them. Some people like to leave the skins on because it's a real thin skin, but I like ours peeled. These are whole. I didn't cut them in half or anything, and I've got about 6 in here. So into the broth in our pan, because that's gonna give us all that wonderful flavor, we're just gonna put our potatoes in first, and then I have a package of carrots that I have also peeled, and some of the bigger pieces I've cut in half. Put carrots in. This is gonna be so amazing. And then we're gonna do our cabbage. So what you wanna do is take off any of the brown leaves on the outside of your cabbage, take out the core in the center because it's too tough, and then I've cut the whole head of cabbage into about 4 pieces. This was a pretty big cabbage for us, but I'm gonna go ahead and cook it because we're gonna have leftovers. And then we're gonna put our pressure lid back on. Put it back on. Make sure it's on seal, power, pressure, on high, and this time we're only gonna go for 4 minutes. Hey you guys, I'm back and our veggies are done. I can't believe 4 minutes and the cabbage is just cooked perfectly. The carrots are soft, the potatoes are done. I mean, I love this Ninja Foodie. This is so cool. So now, here's what we're gonna do. This is our corned beef. It's been resting, and we are going to make a little glaze for the top of it. Now, I haven't done this before, but I thought this time I would give it a little bit of a try. This is a creamy balsamic glaze. So it's a little sweet and thick, and I'm gonna mix it. I'm gonna do about 1/4 of a cup with about 1/4 of a cup of brown sugar. And we're going to put that over the top of our corned beef. And then we're gonna air crisp it, and we'll see how that comes out. All right, so I had my brown sugar sitting out for a little bit, and if you guys know anything about brown sugar, you know it gets a little hard. So I'm gonna stick this in the microwave for about a minute and see if I can't get that to soften up a little bit. Okay, so I microwaved the brown sugar and the balsamic glaze for about a minute, which was great because it really softened up the brown sugar. And now I've just stirred it, and you wanna kind of stir it until you get that brown sugar to dissolve so it's not quite so grainy. Online I saw some things about adding some Dijon mustard to it, but I think I'm just gonna stick with the balsamic and the brown sugar, and we'll see how it does. Might be a little sweet, but I haven't done this before, so you never know until you try. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put our corned beef back in here on top of our vegetables. And then we're gonna pour our glaze over the top of our corned beef. All right, so we're just gonna spoon that on and just kind of brush it around. Oh my gosh, it looks so good, you guys. So now we're gonna close the cooker, and this time we're gonna use our air crisp lid, and we are going to air crisp this. So power on, air crisp. We're gonna put it on 400 degrees, and we're gonna do it this time for about 20 minutes. And start. Okay, you guys, I'm back, and I went ahead and decided to check the air crisp at 15 minutes to see how it was doing, because I felt like 20 minutes might be a little long, and it was. The cabbage was starting to get a little bit too brown, and so was my corned beef. So I've stopped it at about 15 minutes, and it does look yummy. I think we're really gonna enjoy this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take our corned beef out to rest on a plate before I slice it. Oh my gosh, look at that, you guys. Ah, I can't wait to dig into this. All right, and then we're gonna take the vegetables out and we're gonna get into this, all right? Hey everybody, we're back, and the corned beef and cabbage is done, and it looks and smells amazing. I can't wait to dig in. I'm gonna take a bite. Carrots are super tender and lovely. Let's try the corned beef, shall we? I hope you guys try this. Oh, so good. Oh my gosh, that glaze on top. It's sweet and it's caramelized. Oh, and it's lovely flavor. Oh my gosh, that's great. I don't think I'll ever make corned beef without this glaze again. Really, really nice. Hey you guys, I really hope you try this, and everybody have a great St. Patrick's Day.